Welcome to Introduction to Polygon Modeling with 3ds Max 2011. I'm i3D Jack, and I'll be taking you through the entire process of learning polygon modeling from beginning to advanced. So let me show you here what we're going to be working with. Before we start working with polygon modeling or do anything, first thing is that this is not a beginner tutorial to 3ds Max in general. You are expected to know how to use the interface, the UI, things like that. You're expected to already know what the front, top, left viewport, the perspective viewport is, how to navigate in these viewports, how to pan the camera around and orbit, zoom in and out, dolly, things like that. So you're expected to know some bare basics and fundamentals of 3ds Max. So what I'm going to be doing is taking you through the process of using some production techniques and workflows that I've picked up over the years to be able to model more efficiently, more realistically, and more complex, faster, easier, and more efficiently, okay? But before we do any of that, first thing you need to know is which parts of the interface we're going to be using during polygon modeling, okay? Well, up here we've got the main menu bar, and the main menu bar has lots of different menus. Some of them we won't be using, some of them we will. For example, things in the animation menu bar we really won't be using because this is an animation tutorial, okay? But there's other things that we will be using. The create menu, for example, and there's also other menus with some helpful tools like edit, tools over here, things like that. So as we need tools, we'll be coming over here and using them if we need them from here. And then you get to see what they do, how they work, and when you should use them. Another part of the interface which we're going to be using quite a bit is the main toolbar. The main toolbar is up here, and it has all of these different buttons up here. Buttons for snapping, buttons for angle snap, buttons for controlling what you're doing at any given point in time. We also have the command panel over here on the right, which allows you to create objects from here. You can also modify objects. So we have this create panel that has different panels. We've got things like the create panel, the modify panel, hierarchy, motion, etc., etc. And we'll be using that quite a bit. And we also have the graphite modeling tools. The graphite modeling tools is here, and it's also known as the modeling ribbon, okay? Right now, we really can't use it because the modeling ribbon is context sensitive, meaning that it updates, it changes, and it adjusts based on what we're doing. So those are mainly the tools and different parts of the elements of the interface that we're going to be using quite a bit. Let's look at project management here. This is very important. In 3ds Max, you shouldn't just open the scene and just start working. I recommend that you create a project or set up a project folder. So how can we do that? Well, Max makes it pretty easy. You come up here to the quick access bar, which is this top one up here that lets you quickly save, open files, undo and redo, things like that. The last button over here is the project button, okay? If you hover over it, you should get a tooltip that gives you a quick address of the project that you have set up. So let me click on that so we can set up a project that comes with this tutorial. And what this will do, it'll open up a browser window. And Max basically wants you to choose a folder, a project folder, okay? In this case, we already have a project folder that comes with this tutorial. It's actually called i3D Tutorials Intro Poly Model 3ds Max 2011. Okay, it comes with this tutorial, so just go ahead and load it up wherever on your computer you downloaded it to. Go ahead and just select it. And once you select it, hit OK, and that'll load up that project folder. If you wanted to create a new project folder later on for your own projects, simply do the same process, but instead of selecting a folder because it doesn't exist yet, you would go ahead and make a new folder by hitting this button right here and then hit OK. So I've already set up the project folder, so I'm not going to hit OK. Alright, so now we're pretty much ready to go and ready to start working. So I'm going to end this video here, and in the next one we'll go ahead and continue on here with polygon modeling.